Hey, what up everyone? Welcome again to our channel. My name is Daniel, I'm your EFL teacher. And today, as you saw already on the title of this video, we're gonna be sharing with you some advice, tips for you to improve your English while this quarantine. I know that for some reason you are not attending to school, you're not going to your English classes, and we know that you want to go to your English classes, but don't worry, because this situation that might look kind of hard for you in order for you to improve your English could actually help you. We're going to address some tips for you to improve your English. And remember that if you like our content, if you like our videos, just give us a like, share with your partners, colleagues, also subscribe. With no more further ado, let's do this. As we just said, podemos actually improve our English from nuestras casas. And because of that, I'm going to give you 6 tips for you to improve your English while you're in this quarantine at home. The first thing you need to have into account for you to improve your English while you're at home is having motivation. If you don't have motivation, unfortunately, you are not going to progress at anything. That means that motivation is the fuel for learning as well. So I'll encourage you that if you don't have motivation, please just look for it. Find it and put it into practice, because you will need it in this process. Motivation is the key for you to succeed in this process, all right? It's appropriate to have a methodology or a method. That could be a book, you can have a book or something that you can be guided with, all right? It's good to have a book because in that way you are going to have information, organized. You are going to have them, or you're gonna have it on a systematic way. As we know, books are structured by professionals on the area. So because of that, they know what's gonna be like the easier topics before, and then the intermediate topics, and then the advanced and the more advanced ones. So because of that, it's always good to have into account to have a book that you're going to be following in, all right? Para los estudiantes de nuestra inmersión de manera específica, I know that most of you have the books already, so that's a good pro. The question that comes with this is, okay, I got a book. How am I gonna use my book while studying online or while studying at home? Something you gotta be focused on, and something you gotta know, guys, is that if you are, for example, let's see, studying present, simple present or present continuous, try to focus into that topic first and try to master it first. Don't try to jump to the next page or to the next topic without mastering the previous one that you're working on. So my suggestion for you is, if you are still working in unit 1, for example, or let's see that you finish the book number 1, then focus on that book. Try to review as much as you can, and as I always say, please don't turn into a page if you know that there are a lot of stuff from the previous page that you don't master yet. So because of that, please review your books. How can you actually practice with your book in your house? Just take your book and start to practice or start to talk. What is this? Oh, this is a book. What is this? This is a camera. What is that? Oh, that's a hammer. What is that? Oh, that's a hairbrush. Try to practice with as many words as you can, because in that way you're gonna improve and you're gonna master what you know. Okay, don't try to run without first crawling, all right? So that's something we have to know, that's something we have to get into account and also put it into practice in order for us to succeed in acquiring a second language, in this case English, right? My advice number 3 is gonna be focused on listening and speaking first. Again, focus on listening and speaking first, and specifically this same order: listening first and then speaking. The first thing we do is listening and then we speak. If we don't listen, we cannot speak, and we cannot speak without listening. So because of that situation, because of this fact, please listen to conversation, listen to different audios, whatever you have to listen or you want to listen, just listen to that and work on your speaking part as well. It is not a good idea that you start practicing grammar, because that's passive. What I mean by passive is that you are not speaking. When you're doing grammar, you're not speaking, and speaking and listening is the more practical stuff of any language, and is the most important, of course. Because of that reason, I'll suggest you to work on your listening and then in your speaking. So listen as much as you can. Whatever you want to listen, just listen, and after you listen, practice. Try to repeat the same you listen to imitate the same sounds. Don't use the same accent. Try to imitate the sounds that you listen to in the same way, all right? If you're like a recording machine, you can play with that. but try to do that, because in that way is that you're going to improve your pronunciation, you're going to improve your speaking factors, your speaking competence. Esto es muy importante, recuérdalo siempre. Primero escuchar, escuchar, escuchar y luego hablar. Trata de escuchar las conversaciones que tienes en tus libros o donde sea, las veces que sean necesario, muchísimas veces. Mientras más las escuches, mucho mejor. Escúchalas hasta que tú sientas que entiendes perfectamente todo lo que están diciendo. Y ya una vez tú tengas esa parte lograda, entonces comienza con la parte del speaking, producir esa misma conversación. And yes, actually tú puedes mirarte enfrente de un espejo y comenzar a decir, oh, hello, my name is Daniel. My name is Jennifer Oda. Oh, what's your last name, Jennifer? My last name is Oda. How do you spell that? It's O-T-A. Oh, nice. And where are you from? Stuff like that. Because once you practice that, once you master it, you'll be ready to use it on a real situation of communication. And believe me that you will eventually do for sure. Advice number 4 for you guys is reading. Reading. Yes, we're not going to forget it. Jamás. Reading. ¿Qué vamos a leer? Okay, you can read from short stories or articles to books or novels, whatever you want to read, it doesn't matter. Now you gotta take into account, and it's good that you take you pick the topics you like, okay, stuff that you are really interested in. The more interested you are, the more you're gonna learn, so take that into account for you to practice it and master it. Cuando vayas a leer también debes de procurar que whatever you're going to read sea acorde a tu nivel, okay? Whatever you're going to read, try it to be according to your level, all right? If you know that a book is like so hard because it has a lot of difficult words and you are not into that level yet, don't rush yourself, okay? Try to look in the internet, on the web, books that are according to your level, all right? Like books for English beginners for A1 or A2 level, and start from that. You know, you gotta start from scratch. So because of that, you're going to have more ideas of what's going on. You're going to understand more. You're gonna learn more vocabulary as well. And then when you feel you master that level, then of course go to other books. ¿Por qué es importante la lectura? Bueno, la lectura es súper importante porque la lectura va a increase your level of imagination, la pronunciación también, por eso es bueno siempre escuchar. Si puedes conseguir audiolibros a la vez que lo escuches, los lees, perdón, es mucho mejor todavía, porque de ese modo entenderás, sabrás cómo se pronuncian las palabras que estás leyendo. Cuando tengas la oportunidad de pronunciarlas o producirlas en un determinado momento, your brain will actually remember it and it will produce it automatically. Pero para eso necesitamos saber cómo se pronuncian esas palabras, para saber cómo las voy a pronunciar y no pronunciarlas como yo crea que se pronuncia, sino como se debe pronunciar. Tips number 5, it's writing. Writing. Yes. Aunque writing no es como que lo más importante, diría yo, en el enfoque comunicativo, por así decirlo, escribir también puede ayudarte bastante a poder comunicar tus ideas, y porque obviamente si estás estudiando de una manera académica, necesitarás escribir essays, necesitarás hacer como que enlista tus argumentos de la lectura que hiciste. Por tal razón es bueno que practiques tú mismo tu writing. How? Bueno, from the things you're reading, from the things you read, just take notes. Take, for example, the main idea, what are the names of the characters, what did you like about the book, you know, like specific questions. Or you can actually look for guides on the web of the books you were reading, y eso te va a ayudar a que tú puedas desarrollar tu creatividad, tu imagination, y por consecuente también, obviamente, tu writing, porque estarás escribiendo. Así que es muy importante también que hagamos esto. Finalmente, the tips number 6 is watch movies, watch TV, and watch TV programs. I know that you're spending a lot of time in Netflix and movies and stuff like that. So my suggestion to you is watch those movies and TV shows in English. Yes, watch them in English. I know that at the beginning maybe you are not going to understand anything, but eventually you will. And because of the gestures that people do, because of the movements and the situations, the context, you will be able to eventually understand more and more and more. And then you're gonna be maybe surprised because you can understand more than what you were expecting. Watch movies and also listen to music. Las canciones que te gusten en inglés, escúchalas porque te van a ayudar bastante. La época de cuarentena, esta, Y esta situación yo creo que es definitivamente una oportunidad súper para que puedas aprovechar y mejorar tu inglés, definitivamente. De modo que vamos a aprovechar este momento y vamos a echarle ganas a esto, vamos a practicar. Because the more you practice, the more you're gonna master English, the more you're gonna speak English. Entonces recuerda eso, no es malo estudiar gramática, no, es bueno. Pero vamos a enfocarnos en las cosas más importantes. Como dice la canción, o dice el dicho, first things first. Thank you so much for watching us again, guys. You know my name is Daniel. Have a nice one.